Hey guys, and welcome to this tutorial speech. I'm Luca, and this one is on chapter 18 from the textbook, Advertising, Public Relations and Sales Promotion. So the first thing that we're going to look at is the key ideas of advertising. Now, in the textbook, advertising is described as a paid form of communication through an identifiable source, delivered through a communication channel and designed to persuade the receiver to take some action now or in the future. Now, what this essentially means is that advertising is a marketing tactic involving paying for a space to promote a product, service, or a cause. This can be done on various types of media, including radio, television, billboards, newspaper, flyers, and more commonly the case these days, social media. So when we look at advertising, then we have to take into account the 7 key stages of a successful advertisement. First of these is identifying the target audience, and this is used to set a tone for the future advertisements. From here, we look at step 2, which is set advertising objectives, which are derived from the overall objectives of the marketing program. These objectives can be one of two things. The most common case is the pull strategy, which the goal of is to get consumers to pull the product into the marketing channel by demanding it. The other method can be the push strategy, which increases demand by focusing on wholesalers, retailers, and salespeople. Step 3 is determining the budget, and this is where individuals or companies look at the allocation of funds, which often depends on the market. When we're looking at business to business advertising, their budget is a lot smaller than when we're looking at business to consumer. Step 4 is what message that the company or individual is wanting to convey. And what this does is it gives the target audience reasons to respond in the desired way. And the desired way is usually to purchase the product. This is usually done with an appeal or a unique selling proposition. For example, Red Bull's famous slogan, Red Bull gives you wings. Looking at step 5, this is evaluating and selecting the media. This is looking at whether to select whether the media is mass or niche. And when we're talking mass or niche, mass is usually done via radio, television, or billboards, in which we look at any potential consumers can hear or see the advertisement, versus niche, where it's very specific, looking at much smaller markets, for example, an ad for a surfboard in a surfing magazine. When we're talking about the media, we also look at the medium, so this is how it's going to be done, whether it's online or on a flyer. And we also look at the schedule, so this is when the advertisements are going to take place. Step 6 is the creation of the ads, and finally step 7 is assessing the successfulness of the advertisement. So this can be done by pre-testing, which is looking at how the individual or consumer expects the market to react to the advertisements. This can be done by tracking the successfulness, and post-testing, which is once the advertisement is finally finished, looking at how successful it was into getting consumers to use or purchase a good, service, or reach out to the cause. Here we can see a couple examples of advertising. The top left image is of a coffee company who have made a post on Facebook and are attempting to attract any potential customers who see this post and find some sort of appeal from it. Down in the bottom left corner, we can see the Coca-Cola logo has been suspended above a very busy street in London. This is a great example of mass advertising, as anyone who sees this sign may think to go and purchase a Coca-Cola on their way home from work or to school. And on the right, we can see KFC advertisement when they actually ran out of chicken in all of England as their suppliers couldn't deliver. This was actually a really successful advertisement for the company, despite being in quite a troublesome time. Moving on, we can look at the key ideas of public relations. And in the textbook, this is described as the organizational function that manages the firm's communications to achieve a variety of objectives, including building and maintaining a positive image, handling or heading off unfavorable stories or events, and maintaining positive relationships with the media. So what this essentially means is companies or individuals engaging in activities to create a positive image for themselves, their product, or their service. And in many cases, public relation activities support the promotional efforts by generating free media attention and general goodwill. So, this is really important for companies or individuals to maintain healthy public relations, which can be very beneficial for them as a brand. A couple examples of public relations this can include investor relations, government relations, community relations, media relations, customer relations, and influencer relations. Looking at the image on the right hand of the screen, this is the Johnnie Walker Company released a product called the Jane Walker Edition. This was a great example of public relations by them. They promoted gender equality and donated $1 per bottle to women's empowerment organizations. And by doing this, they gained great publicity, and this is also a great example of corporate social responsibility. Okay, so moving on one more time, the sales promotion is something that we're going to see every single day of our lives, whether it be scrolling through Facebook or Instagram, in person, or driving down the road. We are surrounded by sales promotions, and the book describes sales promotion as special incentives or excitement building programs that encourage the purchase of a product or service, such as coupons, rebates, contests, free samples, and point of purchase displays. This can also be directed at not only customers but sales staff or distribution channel members. And moreover, it includes examples such as buy one, get one free, or get one half price, limited time off offers, and flash sales. If we're looking at the images on the screen, the top right corner, the Domino's example is a great example of a coupon code. And Domino's are very famous in the marketing industry for using coupon codes, sending out messages, or having them pop up on their website. And looking down the bottom right corner, this is a Cotton On ad, which is buy one, get the second one 50% off, which is a great example of a sales promotion which entices the customer to buy more than they had initially planned simply because it is cheaper than its regular price. The most important thing that I learned in this topic is that advertising, public relations, and sales promotions should not be mixed or confused with one another. They are all very different aspects of marketing. It's quite often a misconception that public relations and sales promotion falls under advertising, which couldn't be further from the case. Although they are similar, they are definitely different aspects. So, advertising is used to inform, persuade, and remind consumers of a product. Public relation is when companies or individuals maintain a favorable public image. And sales promotion is using short-term tactics, as previously mentioned, to encourage potential customers to buy a product. Looking forward, the thing that I understood least, whilst I feel like I've got a good grasp of everything in this topic, the thing that I understood least was how firms actually can maintain healthy public relations, and how does it vary depending on who the relationship is with, whether it be with the government, whether it be with consumers or influencers. I was a little bit hazy as to how they did this, but now I feel I've got a good understanding. So, the final thing I have for this chapter is my discussion, and I wanted to look at, from the following examples of business activities, which aspect do they fall under? Is it advertising, public relations, or sales promotion? And why? So, we've got the Nike's Just Do It slogan, Coca Cola sponsoring the Football World Cup, ALS Association's Ice Bucket Challenge, a limited time offer from any retailer, buy one t shirt, get a free hat, and a free product samples in Coles. So that's it for this presentation. Thanks for your time. Cheers.